Hey dear students, very good morning to all of you of my class 10th students. Now here I am Manoj Mishra, computer teacher from Alpine Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Now dear students, in this refresh we have done our chapters, our book. So we are going to from chapter 1, this is the revision actually, and this is chapter 1 communication skills. Before it we have learned about these things, and now we are going to learn again, we are going to see again all the topics, all the chapters as a revision. So dear students, please learn all the things very carefully, watch the video regularly and revision your chapters, okay? So as you know very well that in your book there is total of there is the part A and part B. In part A, unit 1 is communication skill, unit 2 is self-management, unit 3 is information and communication technology skills, and unit 4 is entrepreneurial skills, and unit 5 is creative skills. And there are students in part B, you have to complete, you should learn web applications and word processing and spreadsheet and digital presentation, email messaging, and here is database development. So dear students, you should learn all the things very carefully, and now in this reference we are going to see, we are going to watch. So first of all, there is the introduction, that how you communicate the people and how you express yourself to others, to other peoples. So this is the very important thing actually, and you should learn the basic skills, the communication skills, and try in your life. So dear student, here is introduction. Means communication refers to the process of exchanging thoughts. First of all, you should know well that communication refers to the process of exchanging thoughts. And dear student, thoughts, facts and ideas between two or more individuals by means of verbal and non-verbal languages. So dear student, the process of communication including encoding and channeling and providing information by a sender to a receiver. And the communication process is different from just speaking and listening. The process of speaking involves encoding the messages and expressing it verbally or non-verbally. So on the other hand, listening is a process that involves decoding the understanding the messages. So dear student, in this unit you first learn about communication and its types also. Next the unit discuss about the importance of feedback in communication, and further the unit explain different types of feedback. So the unit also describes various types of communication barriers that may hinder and the process of effective communication, and this unit further discusses the measures that can be taken to overcome communication barriers. So in this end, this unit discusses the importance of writing skills. So dear students, we have cleared about the chapter, that what types of the things we are going to learn in this chapter. So dear student, you should very clear that what type of communication, how many times you can communicate to people. It should be learned about with you very carefully. And this is not for the exam, this is not for the compulsory for the book and explanations also, but communication is the process that you can use in your daily life, that you can use in yourself to modify your language, to use the smart language to other peoples. So how to communicate the people, how to communicate the others, how to communicate the elders. These all the things we have to go to learn in this chapter, and this will change your body language, this will change your communication style and more other things. So dear students, Communication and its types. So first of all, we are going to see that how many types of communication. So here is the diagram. You have seen types of communication. So dear student, types of communication is basically three types. You can see, this is the basically three types. One is based on communication channel, based on communication channel, and the next one is based on style and purpose, and visual communication. So non-verbal and here is verbal. Here is formal, informal. Oral, written, interpersonal, public speaking. So dear student, now here you can see types of communication. Types of communication basically three types, based on communication channel, based on style and purpose, and visual communication. And here is the two types. Non-verbal communication is based on communication channel. Verbally you are speaking someone, you are communicating someone, and non-verbally also you can communicate someone. So dear students, this is the types of based on communication channel, and this is the based on style and purpose, means formal and informal. Formally, how can you connect the people, and informally, how can you connect the people. This is the type of communication. And dear student, in verbal communication you will find there is the oral, written, oral and written. Orally, how can you connect the people, and writtenly, how can you connect the peoples. So in oral we are going to see interpersonal and public speaking. So this is the structure of the types of communication skills in your book. So according to these, we are going to some explanations with these things. First of all, based on communication channel. So based on communication channel, you have seen here, this is the non-verbal and verbal. So a channel is a path through which a message is conveyed from a sender to a receiver. Okay. And it can be of two types. It can be of two types. One is non-verbal. Non-verbal communication involves various signs or facial expressions used to convey a message, and some signs of non-verbal communications are kinesics, a kind of body movement, or facial expressions. When we are feel happy, then other people's only watching to me that I am feeling happy, and they will recognize, they have recognized कि I am happy. So this is the feelings non-verbally you are connecting with the peoples. And also physical environments. Suppose that I want to say other persons that this type is a high. Okay, high. So there you are not verbally talking to those people that hi, but you have to take the hands right here. So this process is showing that you want to say hi in the non-verbal communication. Okay. And next, verbal communication. Verbal communication take place with the help of sounds. You are using the sound. So sound is what? Sound is the words and languages. So an effective verbal communication is an integral part of a business communication and involves people belonging to different cultures and ages. So dear student, the kind of communication involve speakings. Speaking is an effective way to communicate. Spoken communication can be classified into two ways. Two ways you can classify to spoken category. First is oral. Oral means what? It is the process conveying messages through the word of mouth. Word of mouth is called the oral communication. First of all. Second one is it can of following two types. Oral is also can two types. Oral. This is interpersonal and this one is the public speaking. That what is the interpersonal? It means it may be defined as a communication between two persons at a personal level. It may or may be not to a face-to-face communication, but the communication between two persons through a telephone is an example of long-distance interpersonal communication. Suppose that you were talking regarding to yourself, about your business, about your company, about your whatever, about your relationship, whatever you are talking face to face or on the call, that is the oral, means interpersonal communication, and also this is the type of the oral. Okay, next one is public speaking. It is the process in which a single person addresses an audience. Single person addresses an audience. That I am a single person and writing everything here, or telling you some things. You are the public, you are more of students watching this video will watch the video at one time. So actually you are the audience of mine, you are the public, and I am speaking here, I am telling you the things, I am telling you the message about the chapters. So this is the process, actually this is the process of public speaking communication, and also this is the type of the oral communication. Okay dear students, and now next one is written communication. What is a written communication? You know well, it is the process of sending messages through letters, newsletters, mails, etc. Or written communication may be used to both informal and informal communication. Here you can communicate the people formally and informally both. So based on style and purpose, you can see based on style and purpose, this is the formal and this is the informal. That what is the formal and that is what is the informal. So you can see in your book, according to your book, here is a method of communication in which the channel of communication may or may not be predefined. So it is two types. Number one is formal communication. Formal communication is what? In this type of communication, the communication channel is already defined. All the corporate communications are examples of formal communication. They can be both oral and written. This type of communication involves conferences, meetings, formal letters, electronic mails, etc. Formal communication follows a straightforward and rigid official approach. So this is also called the official communication. Okay, dear student. And next one is informal communication. In this type of communication, the communication channel is not predefined, which implies that the communication stretches in all directions. It is also called the grapevine communication, and conveying a message through the method of fast as compared to the formal communication. This is a type of communication based on style or purpose. So we have seen the types of messages, the types of communication based on communication channel, based on style. Now we are going to see communication style on the basis of visual communication. Okay, dear student, then what is visual communication? It is a method of communication where ideas and information can be read or seen only. If you are reading something, if you are seeing something, suppose that you are watching this video that you are seeing now, so that is a visual communication there. This type of communication can be viewed through the means of visual aid. for example, the visual symbol of the Wi-Fi zone is shown. So suppose that any zone you will find there is the Wi-Fi enabled area. So there is written and pasted the photograph or the diagrams of the Wi-Fi zone, and you will find out that there is the Wi-Fi is available, and you are searching the Wi-Fi network on a mobile phone and then connect and then use the Wi-Fi there. Suppose that if you are on railway station, you will find there is the notification, there is the image of Wi-Fi enabled area, Wi-Fi campus or the Wi-Fi zone. Okay. So next, feedback and its importance. Now what is feedback and its importance? We should clear that what is the feedback. The communication is incomplete without feedback. You know, well, if you are communicating the persons or the peoples, and if you are not creating the feedback of your masses, that what you want to say, this is the feedback now. Suppose that I am writing the things, I am telling you the things about the communication skills. But if I don't write the communication skill chapter 1 and also the introduction correctly, and not have no time to write the types of communication correctly, I have explained about the based on communication channel, based on the style and visual. So this is not the complete message actually. This will not use as a complete message, and this is not also a feedback. So this heading and this heading exploring as a feedback of the informations of here. So if you are communicating the people, if you are telling some things, then there is also be a feedback. Okay. In case of communication cycle with feedback, the receivers does not only receive the message. The receivers does not receive only the messages. He or she can also respond to the sender. The response given by the recipient to the sender is called feedback. The feedback may be oral or non-verbal. For example, the email used to reply in official communication is also a form of feedback. The communication cycle with feedback is shown. In the figure you can see here, there is the feedback, there is the sender, messages and receiver. I am going to explain all the things that how to find out the feedback. So feedback is the response. First of all, if you want to, if anybody asks you that what is feedback, you can say that feedback is the response from the receiver side. The receiver, if the receiver is not able to understand the message, then depending upon the feedback, the sender can define the message. So depending on the understanding of the message by the receiver, the feedback can be both positive and negative. Feedback can be given in the following terms. So here is the terms: written feedback, oral feedback. So what is written feedback and what is oral feedback? We should see here. So written feedback means after the completion of a specific task, written feedback is provided. If you have complete the written task, written a specific task, then written feedback is provided, and such kind of feedback is provided by your teachers. Suppose that teachers evaluate student worksheets and provide feedback based on their performance. This is also called the evaluation feedback. Means if you are supposing, if you have completed the copy, if you have completed the CW work on your copy, and I am checking the copy and writing the notice, actually that is the feedback that very good means there is also, or there is all the materials, all the written text are very good. If there is not, there is some there will found some spelling mistakes, all the things. So I will notice there, I will feedback there. Please maintain your improve your spelling errors, or writing methods or writing skills, improve your writing skills. So like these things you were using as a feedback in written feedback, as a written feedback. And oral feedback is what? Such kind of feedback is given when a task is being performed. When a task is being performed, and oral feedback is an informal type of feedback. So this kind of feedback is given during teaching. Suppose that I am teaching to you, and after completion the things, I have generated a message to you that please learn all the video very carefully. So this is the feedback of the oral communication. Okay. So dear students, by this way you should clear all the things. So we have clear about communication and its type and what is communication. Next video we will come with barriers to effective communication, and what type of barriers will assume you will come to creating a problems in our communication. Then how to do the things, how to create the things, we will come in